Nice to meet you. I'm the Director of Player Personnel for the Utah Jazz. My scouts have expressed a lot of interest in you. Before I can give my blessing to use our draft pick on you, I'd like to ask you a couple of questions, to make sure you fit in with what we do here. We realize that here in Utah, we don't have the appeal of a Los Angeles or New York or Chicago. We tend to look for players who would be proud to be part of this organization, someone who can really take pride in being a member of the Utah Jazz, someone who's willing to spend their entire career as a member of the Utah Jazz. Are you that person?
To be honest, I'm a big city kind of guy. I don't think Salt Lake City has the type of vibe I'm looking for. You know what I mean? I'm sure you guys have a great organization and a great fan base. It's just not for me. That cool?
All right then, one more. Being in the NBA brings a lot of responsibilities, and some people just aren't ready for it, if you know what I mean. What are your plans once you get that first paycheck?
Easy. I want to get a nice pad, man. One that has plenty of room so my boys can crash. Let's see, what else? I'm a huge shoe collector, so I can finally get all those old retro Jordan kits. I love those, man. Cars, watches, whatever I want, man. If I put in the time in the gym and on the court, the world will be at my fingertips, baby.
Well, that didn't go quite as I expected. We'll see you at the draft. Hello, I'm the head scout of the Golden State Warriors. I want you to know that we're strongly considering you based on your performance tonight with our first-round pick, 11th overall. We'd like to get to know you a little better before committing to you. I'm sure you understand. We have a couple of questions, if you don't mind. This team has a lot of momentum right now. We went through a rough stretch and had some recent draft picks that didn't work out. With guys like Monte, Stephen Curry, and David Lee, we really feel like we're on the up and up. We like what we've seen out of you, but how do you see yourself fitting in with the team?
Honestly, I'm in awe of their talents. Having watched those guys on TV, I know what they're capable of. I feel like I can really learn a lot from those guys, and at the same time, I feel like I can teach them a thing or two. Man, this team could be dangerous. I want to be there when they make the leap.
Next question. How important is it for you to be a lottery pick in the draft?
It's not important. It'd be nice to go lotto, but really, to play in this league, that's been a dream of mine for my entire life. That's what I've been working towards.
Great answers. I really think you'd fit in great with us. Here's hoping we're able to draft you with our pick.
Nice job out there tonight. Your play really impressed us. So much so that we're considering using our pick on you if you're available when our turn comes up. Before we get that far, we'd really like to ask you a couple of questions. Question number one. While it's true that our team has a lot of needs, I really feel like a small forward to build around is what would help us the most at this point. I'm going to be looking at all the available wings in the draft, but I really wanted to get a chance to talk to you first. I love your game. Tell me, what can you provide the Phoenix Suns?
A 100% effort at a position that you need it from. I'm tireless, relentless, and all about being a great teammate. For me, that's always been my recipe for success. I've been successful everywhere I've gone in my life. I don't see why that can't continue here in Phoenix.
Let's see, one more question, if you don't mind. As a whole, the Suns have kept the same core for the better part of a decade. We found a winning formula and stuck by it, just rotating in supporting pieces where necessary. As I'm sure you've seen over the last year or so, we're in the midst of overhauling our roster. We really love the idea of you being a part of that process. What do you think about being a centerpiece for the new Phoenix Suns?
Man, I love the idea that you consider me a centerpiece. That type of confidence in me, how can I not love the idea? I'm interested in making a name for myself in the NBA, and Phoenix sounds like a great fit to me.
Thanks so much for your time. I don't want to get ahead of myself here, but we would be ecstatic if you're still on board when it's our turn to pick.
Good evening and welcome to the 2011 NBA Draft. Tonight marks the realization of a dream for the best young players in the world, a reward for their many years of dedication and hard work. It's also a time of extraordinary hope and excitement for our fans and our teams. For those of you watching on television in more than 200 countries and territories, and of course to all of our wonderful fans right here, thank you for joining us. I know the young men hoping to hear their names called tonight can't wait to compete against the best basketball players in the world. So let's get started. With the first pick in the 2011 NBA Draft, the Cleveland Cavaliers select Doug Martin from the University of Michigan. With the 11th pick in the 2011 NBA Draft, the Golden State Warriors select the 19-year-old small forward from